Hi everybody, Iron Weasel here, and I want to cover a subject I get asked about a lot. How do you date in the current political environment? My first response is simply, don't do it. I know for many guys this just isn't an option. They just can't contain themselves and they feel they have to date. I want to start by saying I understand this completely. It's hard to go against your primal instinct, especially if you have a high sex drive. I fall into this category myself, and that makes life very difficult, especially around spring and fall. Humans have breeding seasons. I don't have any studies that definitely confirm this, but there is some evidence that many people become more energetic in the spring months, and the term spring fever didn't come from thin air. So the first piece of advice I would give you is to know the times of year when you are most vulnerable to making bad decisions. For me, spring is the worst time for me to make life-changing decisions. My mind is more clouded and I'm prone to snap judgments. So figure out the time of year that you are most like this. Do not make life-altering decisions during this time, like getting in a relationship. In this day and age, pursuing a mate requires all of your cognitive faculties. Second, avoid the so-called baby trap. Maintain use of birth control. I know. Using condoms is like trying to wash your feet with your socks on. But do it anyway and stick with it. Until men have working birth control medication that is reasonable to use, condoms are the only way to protect ourselves outside of abstinence from unwanted pregnancy. And don't trust her with your condoms. You have to take that responsibility yourself. Condom tampering is a real issue, and women can and do go off their birth control to baby trap men. I will post a link in the description below to a video of one of the most disgusting moments on television that proves just how accepted this is among the female population. Be wary of any woman that immediately starts a relationship by talking you into a child. This is an extreme warning sign that you are being set up for the baby trap. And that means child support and emotional abuse that unless you have experienced it, you just aren't capable of imagining. Third, do not be afraid to kick a bitch to the curb. Yeah, I said it. There are plenty of women to choose from. Do not get bound up in thinking you have to be with just one. I know that's hard. But if she starts acting over-entitled or demanding, kick her out and find someone new. I know it doesn't feel great to do it, but you'll thank me for this one in the end. I once had a girlfriend that jumped all over me for wanting to plant a garden. You heard that right, folks, a garden. I kicked her out so fast I thought her head was going to spin, and I'm so glad I did, because immediately I got to see just how manipulative this woman was. She started calling me, being nice, trying to get her shit back. And I, like a lummox, had a change of heart and gave her everything back. She immediately turned into a callous, evil shell of herself, and I knew I had dodged a bullet. Fourth, protect your assets. Do not give her anything valuable that you don't want to lose, because you probably will. Relationship failure rates are through the roof right now. And yes, I know, I can hear you now. But your relationship's not like that. Well, I'm here to tell you, it is. Anything you spend on her, give her, or in any way invest in her, you are not likely to get back. So make sure it is all something acceptable for you to lose. First dates should never be expensive. I've been out with women who literally just went on dates to get free food. Just assume they're testing you to see how deep your wallet is, and put on your best poker face. Any woman worth her salt will be happy with a cheap date and your company. And if she offers to pay, call her bluff and let her. If she passes the test, you can always reward her with a gift or something special later on. If she doesn't call you back, then you know she wasn't even remotely worth your time. I can make this list very long if I decided to continue, but I'm going to make one last point here and maybe pick this subject up in another video. My final point is, do not rush, and do not let her force you to rush. Draw her out and check her staying power before you finally commit to anything permanent like children or joint possession of big assets, such as cars or homes or the like. And make certain that she is okay with not being married. If she presses the issue and you're okay with the investment, then allow for a ceremonial marriage only. Do not sign anything. Do not involve lawyers. Any woman disgusting enough to push for a legal marriage involving bureaucrats in the government is nothing but a leech. And you need to kick her to the curb right then and there, because she will absolutely leave you and collect her prizes at the door once you become useless to her. Thanks for joining me today, and next time we will talk about we will talk about more damage mitigation techniques and how to attract the right kind of woman in the first place. All of this comes with the caveat that legally dating is dangerous for a number of reasons and is pretty well a losing game at the moment. This has been Iron Weasel, signing out.